What's up, everybody? This is Orange Crew, baby. This is Julian.
Vivi.
Yes. Today, what do you want to talk about? What do you guys want to hear?
Well, first of all, we did tell them we were going to talk about our party times, our drinking times, but we might change it only because...
Why not?
Why not? Only because we can. So we're going to talk about spirits, ghosts, energy that lives around us that we can't, that is not flesh and bone.
Physical abuse.
I squished him and pushed him a little. He's fine. He likes it. Thank you for everyone that watched our last video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the ones.
Scary stuff. Anyways, yeah.
Let's talk about the ones that we've experienced together, or that I
think that's like the only one I experienced
that you actually have.
That I can remember. Really, like think back. That's probably like the only ghost, spirit, whatever you want to call it, thing that I had or event that happened to me. I really don't have like a lot of this day. No, just like one good one.
I have a few.
Ooh.
But let's talk about that one first, because that one is one scary one.
Yeah, it was a scary one. Anyways, we were in Palmdale.
Yes.
We were staying at our parents' house, and we were in the room, and I think we both fell asleep. Like, we both fell asleep.
We were probably watching something, because we would just watch movies when we were there on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. We would like fall asleep to Netflix. You know? Were you still watching? But anyways, what I can remember is that we were sleeping next to each other, and I think I woke up first.
I think so. I don't remember that part.
But what? Okay, so this is what
No,
happened.
I think I woke up first.
You woke up first,
and I felt something, and I moved you.
Okay. But anyways, she went when she moved me and woke me up.
For when I was
like I was just like coming in and out. But for some reason, like something inside me told me not to open my eyes. For some reason, like I was just like, oh snaps! Like I woke up. Actually, I remember waking up and just sitting down, like that, and I was just like, don't look at her, and don't look up. Especially up in front of me, because for some reason I was able to see like a woman's face, like and like hair like crazy, kind of like Medusa, like that, like just like a big force or face right in front of me, just like looking at me. And for some reason something told me not to look at her and not to look like at this, just to like chill, and I was just sitting like that, and I think I don't know what were you doing?
No, it's the same thing. It's funny because we spoke about it after, obviously, and it was the same, like, so I woke up and then I felt like scared, and it was very cold. It was very, very cold.
So it gets cold.
So I woke up and I felt scared, and then I closed my eyes. Because I woke up, I opened them, but then I got scared and I closed my eyes again. And then I saw that same thing. Like, I felt like that same thing was right there, like, just on top. Just floating. Like, some floating head.
Yeah.
And I also saw a lady, like, just crazy face. Like, if she had her mouth open and, like, a bunch of hair.
Yeah.
Just a lot of hair around her head. Yeah.
Kind of like
floating, like
Medusa, but without the snakes on her head, like that, just like
like just
pale.
Yes,
like
I remember that too, and I remember that I also didn't want to open my eyes. I was like, if I open them, she's gonna be right in front of me, and something's gonna go down.
Yeah.
So I wasn't telling him like, look at me or open your eyes or help me. No, because I felt the same thing. And then I didn't want to look at him either. I did not. I was like, as soon as I open my eyes, something's going to be there. Even if he was right next to me, we both knew we were there, but we didn't open our eyes. What did we do?
I think we just like let it pass.
Yeah, we were awake.
I think I was the one that was gonna instigate. I was gonna be like, what do you want to do, huh? Like, what's up? We'll do something about it. Like, I was gonna be like that because of what other people's experiences, that have told me, like what they've gone through similar stuff like that and what they've done. And I'm like, okay, like, that sounds like a good idea to do. But like right before I was gonna be like, oh, come on, what's up, like, cause that's what I do when I feel threatened. Like, I don't go out and look for problems and shit. I don't. But like when I feel threatened or something, like I gotta defend myself. I'm gonna take care of my own. But anyways, like I was about to like speak or something, and the whole time I was just like this, like just like. But I was like awake, but I was just like this, and I'm just like, and I think that's when she grabbed me by the arm, kind of like, I think we were the same.
We were sitting next to each other.
Like this. And she just grabs my arm, she's like, no, don't do it, don't do anything. And we just like laid back down. And I remember she just like calmed me down and kind of made it feel better, like, cause she was just like, oh, like, we have people protecting us, we have loved ones protecting us, in the spirit world, in spirit, or in like, and their presence, their great presence are here, they're protecting us, And I was just like, yeah. And I started thinking about, she mentioned my grandpa, which is like literally my dad. And I started thinking of him and all the good things, and I was just like, okay, little by little it started calming down. I was just like,
it took a while.
It took a while, and then I think, like, I don't know if I opened my eyes, but all I remember is just waking up the next morning and just like.
We fell asleep trying to make it better, and I think we just knocked out.
It was that one morning, kind of like. Yeah. What did we end up? Did you see that thing? Like,
you remember? Yes.
But yeah, that's probably like the only real like ghost spirit thing that I can say I've been through or experienced. I really don't. I'm one of those people that don't believe in like stuff like that or spirits or whatever. Or like I do to a certain degree, but then I'm not like, oh, you shouldn't say that. If I feel like a presence or a ghost, I'm like, shut the fuck, get out of here. Fuck yourself. Get out of my face, ghost. That's what I'm gonna say. Because why not? But anyways, that's me. How about you? Have you gone through any other ghostly, spooky, spiritual stuff?
Yes.
Ooh, she's the one with the stories. I'm just like
not so many, but I do have some. The ones that I can remember was when my family and we used to live in some apartment. And it was nighttime. I saw it in the daytime too, but it was different days. Okay, the nighttime one, I had a puppy. Yeah. His name was Milo. So I would always read. I love books and I love reading. So I was reading my book. Everything was off. Everyone was sleeping, and I was in the family room because my sister was sleeping in the room. We slept together in the room. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to turn the light on over there. So I would turn on the one in the hall, and then there was the couch. There was a couch or chair right next to it, like a little sofa, a one-seater, and then I would sit there. My puppy would be with me, and I was just reading, and all of a sudden, like, Milo just jumps off the couch or the little sofa, and starts, and like looks. So I'm sitting here. My puppy was on the lap. He jumps off, and then he starts barking or looking for us that way, like towards that wall right there. And then he starts barking and like growling, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I was trying not to get scared. I'm like, "Don't bark. Why are you barking at the wall for?"
The Trump wall.
And then he stopped for a few seconds, and then he started again. I'm just like, oh my goodness. So just the thought of that, I was like, oh no, like what am I gonna see? Like I don't want to look over there. I was like looking at my book, pretending I was there. I'm like, come on, Milo, get on the couch. But he wouldn't, and he just kept like, you know how they move around and jump like they want to attack and like growling, and I'm like, oh no. But like I don't even want to stand up. Like only the light in the hallway's on. Like I could barely see the book. I was just feeling like that.
Now, did you feel anything? Like, did you feel like a force or presence or
Energy.
energy? Yeah.
I can't remember because I was so scared that there could be something there. So I can't remember. I can't remember that one. But just thinking, like I just felt like, okay, well, what would he be barking at?
Aliens.
Maybe that would have been great. I wanted to have an encounter with aliens or extraterrestrial beings.
What's up, dog? Yo hablé primo. Oh, alien? That kind of, not that kind of alien?
No. Oh my goodness.
But anyways, me too. I would love to meet aliens and be like, what's up, dog? What do you got? What do you got to show me? I can show you YouTube. You guys have YouTube?
Selfie.
What else? You want us to play some PS4? Something? Want to play some basketball? I know I'll ball you up. Aliens. I know them aliens. Like, cause some people say that like aliens have like powerful like telekinesis mind and they can control you and freeze you. I'll be like, nah, you guys can't with me. You guys put that to the side and go 1-on-1 on a basketball court. I think I'll win. But anyways, any other ghost stories or anything?
Yes.
I feel like I'm just looking at her.
It was.
Ooh.
It was in the same apartment, but a different day. And I was in my mom's room. I don't know who was home, but there was nobody in my mom's room. It was just me. I think not a lot of people were there. I think it was during vacation, like summer, but I didn't take summer classes that time. I was in summer school, so I was like, yay! So it was like me and my mom, because my dad would go to work, and that's it. Everyone else was like out or at school, and I was like, yeah, I don't get to go to school. I would sleep in till like 12 p.m.
Dope.
Just sleep. So I was in my mom's room, and then I saw, like, how do they call those?
Shadow?
I forgot, but it was like a shadow. Like a black...
Silhouette?
No. Because it passed by through the little hallway. And it went from the restroom in the hallway to the family room. And I was in my mom's room. And like I saw it because I felt something, so I looked up, and then it went. It was a black shadow. It was tall. And it had like a black hat on. Well, everything was black, but it had a hat on, and it was just straight, and it looked like a man. And it just went from the restroom to the family room.
How do you know it was a man? Not saying.
I said it looked like a man. It looked like a man.
Was it like a top hat? Or was it just like a sombrero or like a baseball hat?
No, not a baseball hat. It was not like a top hat, maybe that shape, but not tall. Like a smaller version of it, shorter version of it. But I saw that same one after, like, I don't know, days later, maybe months later, I don't know, can't remember. But I saw the same one after, but in the family room. You know where my kitchen is, or was?
Yeah.
Okay, so the kitchen. I was in the family room.
Okay.
By the balcony. I don't know if you
when you guys
were
had the
there.
table by the balcony.
We actually had a computer, like the desk.
The desk was by the wall, and then the balcony like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the desk and the computer was here.
Yeah.
I remember.
So it was that time. I was on the computer. You know, Facebook. Oh no, MySpace. MySpace. And like I saw something, so I turned quick because I got scared. I was like, oh, and then I saw it again, but it went from the kitchen. I just see it straight that way. So it went from the kitchen towards where the dining room.
Okay.
Like the dining table was.
Yeah.
So it just went like that.
Okay, yeah.
I saw it. And it was that way, and I was just like, I was scared, and I'm just like, someone.
Nice.
So I saw that one twice. I think it was the same one. I'm not sure if it was the same one, but I saw that one twice. And then the one with the barking, my puppy. But I didn't see anything in that one. I was just, I guess I got myself too scared to even like
to look up, like,
find out or anything. Other than that one, oh my goodness, I can't remember.
Let's see.
Other than that would be like just when I'm in my room and like something like sounds or anything like that, but that you don't know if that's like someone there or some spirit or anything. I don't think I had any secret admirers.
But here's the thing, alright. Like, I don't know. Ghosts, like, I don't want to say I'm not a big believer in it, but I'm not like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm saying this because I've never had that many encounters with like ghosts or spirits or whatever. But I will say this, like, sometimes when I'm like by myself, when she's asleep and her son's asleep and I'm still awake, like I can sometimes feel something, but I'm just like, is that my mind playing tricks on me, or is that because there's something there, you know? Because they like to say, like, oh, you know how like time is like it's like this, and sometimes time and space and other dimensions kind of tend to cross, and then you feel energies, different energies. But I know I'm not explaining that well. Don't quote me on this shit, but something like around that nature. All right. But anyways, like I'm very very scientifical. Like I would look for a scientific explanation, you know. But other than that, like probably one time, like I was asleep. I guess I was asleep and I kind of wake up, and you know that's those times when you wake up and you can't move, you're like paralyzed, you're like, oh, move, like so like I wake up and I see like my ceiling. It was white, but then like when I woke up, it looked like it feels like rust metal brown, like it feels like a spaceship or something, you know, like just rust metal brown type metal, you know. And I was just like, oh shit. Oh my goodness. And I felt like I was being taken because I could see, like, you know, like how you see like the ceiling move, but like someone's like taking you. And I was just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Move. Someone. And all I know is I wake up like,
sleep paralysis.
Motherfuckers almost got me, but then I already got like probed and shit. You almost got me.
Man.
But things like that. But like being face to face with like ghosts or spirits or energies or however you guys like to describe them. Probably just that one time in Palmdale with her. But other than that, like I can't. Nah. Raccoons, rats. That's probably, oh shit, you see that? You know? Rat! I'm just gonna go back to my room.
That's sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis is a motherfucker.
I have way too many of those, and I think I've read about it and researched like why it happens, and like you're awake, like your mind's awake, but then your body's not, and like you know that connection that it makes, but it's. I don't know. Whenever that happens, it's always scary. Like even when you say, "I know why I'm like this," like I know, but you still like things are there. Like there's one time where I felt that someone was literally holding me. It was two people. I felt hands on my legs, on my feet, holding me down, and then hands on my arms. But I don't know if that was like my own, like my mind, like, oh, maybe, you know, this is what you think would happen, or you're scared of this, or your mind's projecting it, or I don't know. But the thing is that I was scared during that time, and that's why we're telling you the stories. But that was one of the, man, I know that today you told me that you had a dream within a dream. One of my favorite dreams that I had when we used to live in the apartments was that I was very tired from school, and all of my brothers, I have 4, all of them were in the family room playing, it was nighttime. Everything was off. My parents had gone to work because at that time they worked during the nighttime, like what do they call it? Shift.
Night shift, I guess. Graveyard shift.
Yeah, the graveyard shift. So they went to work. They used to work together. My sister was asleep. She was in the room too, but we had different beds. So all the lights were off, everything, and then if you start playing games, you just gotta stay there all day, all night. So I was tired. I was just like, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I remember going, and I lay down, and I fell asleep, and then I woke up. Right. So I woke up, and I headed outside. You know where my room was. So I headed outside into the family room, and I see them all there, playing, but they don't see me. And I'm just like, I was like, hey guys, and then nothing. And I was just like, okay, maybe they're too into the game. It was a 4-player game. I don't know which one, but they were playing that one. And there was a candle lit, like on the TV stand, the one that your mom has now. So there was a candle there, and I was just like, I don't remember if that candle was there when I went to sleep or not, but I didn't pay much attention to that. And then I was just like, wait, so maybe I'm not awake. So I walk it back to my room, and I see myself sleeping, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I'm not awake yet. So then I lay down again, and I fall asleep. And then I wake up again thinking, okay, this time I did wake up. Man, finally that dream. I walk outside again, and I'm like, hey guys, like I just had the weirdest dream. And then they don't look at me, and I'm like, hello, and nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, not again. Like I was getting scared. I was like, am I stuck here now? And then I went back, and I saw myself again, and I was just like, no, like this is getting too creepy. And then it's so different and weird to look at yourself there. And you're out here, but you see yourself there, and you're just like, you're asleep, and you're like, what's going on? So I laid down again, and then it happened again, the same thing, and then I went back and I slept. It happened 4 times. 4 times, and all the 4 times I tried doing something different, telling them something different, getting in front of them, like between them and the TV, nothing. And I was just like, I'm just not awake, but how am I still looking at this? And then I just went back to sleep, and then that time I just fell asleep. Like that one was crazy for me. I thought I was like stuck in that loop. I was like, I'm dead. Like I'm in a coma. Something happened.
It's like low-key, I've been falling for 10 minutes. Imagine that. Oh, hell no. But yeah, crazy dreams like that. Spiritual, ghostly, extraterrestrial. Tell us about your experience, Leave us a comment, tell us like, hey, my experience was this. We would love to read something at night with popcorn and shit. Oh my goodness, is this motherfucker here? Say what?
Wait, tell them how I wake you up. When I'm paralyzed and I'm awake and I can't move. Or when I'm having a very bad dream or a scary dream, and I know I'm dreaming. Most of the time I know I'm dreaming. Most of the time I'm awake in my dreams. Like I know, and I know like what to do. I can fly. I can do whatever I want because I know I'm sleeping. I'm dreaming, but I'm awake or my mind's awake. So there's this thing like. So this I used to do with my sister.
Okay.
Because we used to do this to help each other out when it would happen. I don't know, this is very like, in my family this happens a lot. So that was our way. So when we started sleeping together, like when we started living together, like, did you know at first? No.
No, yeah, I would like. I never got freaked out by it, but like.
But I never told you like, hey, please.
My night terrors,
My sleep paralysis, or when I'm gonna wake up from a really bad dream.
Another thing, what I've experienced a lot was sleepwalking. As a kid, especially. I don't know about now. I don't think so.
Not that I've seen you.
But like. Our son has gone through some sleepwalking experiences and probably like ghost experience. Would you
or
be
like
that same
like
the same
maybe,
thing?
Yeah, he does. I don't like it, but what can you do?
Ghosts, no. But anyways, yeah, we'll get to his stories in a little bit. Actually, I just remembered them. But like I went through like sleepwalking, you know, experiences and stuff like that. So I never got freaked out by like night things or like things that happen in your sleep. You know, like I've gone through some stuff.
Are you shaking? Are you shaking?
I've gone through things. Just the tears. But anyways, like this is how she does it. Like so we're sleeping right, and I'm like a very light sleeper. Like I am, unless I'm like tired, like I worked out, I went to work, mentally, physically, you know, I'm tired. I won't wake up, but like usually I'm a light sleeper. Anything like what's going on? And I just stay awake, you know. But like all I remember is like we're both sleeping and she's just like. I'm just like, wake up, wake up. But I'm just like, wake up. And she's like, oh, what happened? Oh, like sweating. Like,
or sometimes I'm just like, thank you.
Yeah, like that. But that's the thing, that's my cue. Like, and I'm just like,
what is that how he sounds?
okay, good. But I think I did one to her too.
Yeah.
In one of my dreams, I felt like I was stuck in a car with a bomb. And I was like, fucking bomb. I'm trying to get out, kicking the window. And I think I see like the timer go like 5, 4. And I'm right there and then I'm just like, and then like, and she's like, you sounded like Peter Griffin when he screams all 50 states in alphabetical order in less than 10, like, bah! Like, she's like, you sounded like that. You scared everybody in the house. But those are my stories.
That's the sound I make in my dream. Yeah, I'm screaming, or sometimes I can't even scream, so I make a sound, and it goes out into my actual body reality. So,
like Silent Hill. Like,
yes.
Oh, damn! Time to go inside. Like
he wakes me up.
Yeah, I hear them, and then sometimes like I'll be awake, and then I'll be like next to her on my phone or whatever, and then she's like moving. Like, when she moves like that, it's like I know I gotta wake her. Like,
he knows. He wakes me up.
Water. Ice bucket challenge. Bam. But those are my stories. That's probably the only thing I can think of. Her son, I think. Like I remember sometimes he'll wake up like mid sleep. Now I don't know if it's because he's tired or he's still in it. Like he kind of wakes up, wakes up, but he's still in his dream. But like there was a couple of times when he would just like kind of look up and just stare at one spot, and it would be the same spot every time. Yeah. Sometimes, and we're just like, okay, come on, don't look that way, you know, like that. But like that's probably another like ghost energy presence experience that I've gone through, you know, like. And I felt like energy there, like where he stares at, like I feel something there too, and I'm just like, dang, all right, but you know, all I can do is just calm him down, you know, try to calm down, try to stay cool, not freak out, you know.
In that moment, it's like I feel a little bit scared, but I don't let fear control me. So what I usually do if he wakes up like that, and maybe sometimes I think he's still dreaming, and he just gets up, and I talk to him. He says whatever he's saying, and I agree or I don't agree. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, okay. Or one time he's like, here, have like, what was he giving me, like food or something? And I'm like, oh, thank you so much, it's so good. And then I'll just let him let it all out, let him get it all out. And then after that, I just like ask him, here, you want to lay down again? Lay down on the fresh side of the pillow, and then he just goes back to sleep. So I don't force him, because I remember that at first we thought he was just waking up, and we're like, no, it's time to sleep, come on, and like we'll try to put him to sleep, but he'll be like, he wouldn't want to, and we would struggle. So then after that, you know what, we thought about it and we talked about it, and we still do, and it's like, okay, this is how we have to handle it. We'll just let him go through it, and then once he's done, have him lay down again and just massage him back to sleep, sing some songs. And he just goes back to sleep, motherfuckers.
Yeah. But and then he would also talk to like the direction he was looking, like. And I'm just like, because they do say like that kids, you know, toddlers, babies, they have like a stronger connection to, I guess, ghosts presence, energies, so they can see something that adults or us we don't see. That's one thing. Like they can, I guess, frequency wise, they're like connected more, and they can see more that we don't see. I was just like, oh, but yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like that explains it, But any other ghost stories? Alien story?
Alien stories.
Alien, or it could be the same thing, right?
I've only had alien encounters in my dreams, but I don't know why. Most of the time I want to meet them, but then when I dream about them, I'm like running away from them. I don't know. There's been several times, like, remember how I wake up with like marks on my body too?
Oh yeah.
Whenever I wake up with marks on my body, like I had a dream with aliens, and a lot of people, I've even mentioned it to my doctors when I go, and I'm like, I had like this marking and they all looked all like squares or circles around. It's like a little
configuration or something.
Yeah.
Like,
and then they're like, oh, it's probably when you were sleeping, and like, you think I didn't think about that? I thought about that, like, okay, but there's nothing there that I'm not laying down on anything. I don't know how they appear. Maybe there is an explanation and I don't know. I haven't researched it. But it has happened to other family members of mine. So I don't know what that means. But have you guys ever tried to move your body when you're like paralyzed, but you're dreaming and you're still going through the dream? And it was that with the aliens. They were coming for me, and I hid in some kitchen. It looked like a restaurant kitchen, like big. And I closed the door, and then I went to another door, and then I saw them open it, and I would see them, and it was just shadows, kind of like in the movies, because you already have that image.
Yeah.
So it was just shadows of thin beings and long and floating and coming at me, and I just be like, no, you're not gonna get me today.
Not today, mother.
And I'll hide, and then if they try to, I remember this one so much because my hand hurt, my finger hurt. I flipped them off before I started, doing that sound.
Yeah.
What sound I make? Does it get louder as I go?
It gets louder.
So I flipped them off. It was like this, and I was trying so hard, and I was just like, trying to put my finger up until I did, but it would hurt. It was hurting while I was in my dream. So I'm like, okay, so in my movie, since I'm awake in my dream and I'm making my body do something while it's asleep, is that the reason why it's hurting? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys know. Leave it in the comments, or something I could research, or anything, a book I can read about it. I don't know. Tell us, because I don't know, I remember that one so much. I always do things like that. Like, I always try to move a certain part of my body to do something in my dream, and it's like, not my real body, my dream body moves in. But it's not making that connection. So that one I remember. Have you ever done that?
Moved in my dream? No. The only way I can wake up from dreams is when shit hits the fan already, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna... Am I in a dream? And then I don't know, it's just like, whew, yeah, I am. Oh my goodness, I am in a dream. But I'm still in debt. But that's probably the only way I can finally control my dreams or something. Be in control in my dreams. I know you say you can fly. I know
I can do a lot of
a lot of stuff, but I'm just in there for the ride. That's a good dream.
You flow with the dream. Yeah. I always want to change it.
But yeah, no, that's no, I'm good.
But I've always done that ever since I was young. Ever since I was 8 years old, 7 to 8 years old, I've always been able to do that in my dreams. Because they're scary. I'm not gonna let things happen to me. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do something. I don't let myself in my dreams. Yeah. I've always been able to do that since I was young. So now it's I'm a pro, but sometimes it hurts. Like I said, the body one, shoot, that one hurts. I don't know.
But yeah. Anyways, tell us your story. Share it down there in the comments. You know, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button.
Comment.
Yeah, comment.
Leave us a comment.
comment, whatever you want to leave us down there, you know. But share us your ghost stories, your presence, your energy stories, whatever it is. Share it with us, you know. Oh, well, before we go, I just remembered one about the people walking on you.
Oh my goodness, that's not a ghost one, or I don't know. I it's so hard to understand that I was young and living in Mexico with my mom and my siblings.
This one's my favorite.
So I was asleep in my room. My sister wasn't sleeping there. My dad would come to California to work, and then he'll go back, and then he'll come back and work, and then he'll go back and visit us or call us. So my sister would sleep in my mom's room most of the time when my dad wasn't there, and I'll sleep in our room by myself, which was nothing scary until that moment. Then I was scared, like every night. But I remember that night so well. I was sleeping, and then I wake up, but I feel scared. So I wake up, I feel scared, and I'm covered all the way, which I usually don't do because I feel like I can't breathe, and I start sweating under there. Even if it's just one sheet, I just like, okay, I need to get out, I can't. So I covered myself, and I'm on my side, I'm on my right side. I'm laying down on my right side, and then behind me is like the wall.
Okay.
So there's a wall like this, and then the rest of my room. And then there's a window up. It's like a high window, but small one. So I'm there. So I cover myself, and I'm just like scared for some reason. And then all of a sudden, I feel, this is how it felt. It felt like something would drop, like was dropping down onto the bed, because I could feel, like you feel it, yeah, like you feel like you're laying down and you feel something, like you feel it. And it was from the little window that we had in the room. It was from that little window, and it was just like going, like one, another one, and another one, and another one. And it felt like they were walking. Like they were walking. As soon as they fell, they started walking around me until all got filled around me, and they were walking around me. And I say they, I don't know what it was.
little tiny people, like little
but
trolls.
Keep in mind that like my window had bars.
Okay.
Our windows over there that had bars, not like, you know, like stacked and stuff, but it had some bars, so you know, I don't think it was an animal.
Okay.
And it had weight.
Like a metal squirrel.
I know it wasn't someone like going, like, how is that person gonna do all of that at once? My whole body around me, like that felt like a lot of hands. That would have been a lot of hands, a lot of people. Not even enough in my house to do that. And that's what I felt. And then I wanted to peek so bad. Even now I regret not looking out or jumping or something, doing something. But I was awake, I was getting hot in there, and I was just like, okay. I wanted to open like a little, just a little, you know, little crack to look down. But I was scared because I was like, what if they poke my eye? What if they'll come in here as soon as I open it? Like, I didn't. I was like that scared, and then it kept going around, until I fell asleep. I just got like, I was in there sweating, hot, tired, and I was just like, I just fell asleep.
Damn. Woo! See? I like that story. That's my favorite story.
I don't know what it was. So.
But damn. Whew. Yeah, that's probably the only thing I got. I don't have anything else.
But ever since that one, that's when I've experienced a lot of like weird things.
Unexplainable stuff?
Yeah, unexplainable stuff that seems like I have made happen without having to move, just by thinking about it. And I'm not talking about like, I hope I have money by tomorrow, $20, and then $20. No, not that kind of stuff, but like, just like if I had some force, sounding like Star Wars right now. No, but it's like that. Like, I haven't experienced it lately because I stopped, but back then, like it's funny because I told my mom about it, and she said that she was able to do that when she was young, but that she stopped, and then after that she just didn't experience it anymore. And then my aunt told me the same thing. She's like, she would tell me like, keep practicing, because then if you don't, you're not gonna be able to do it. And me and your mom were able to do it when we were young, and I was just like, what? Like, is that something that we have in our family? Like, I don't want to talk about like witchcraft or anything like that. Nothing like that. I didn't have to do no potions or mix anything. Nothing. It was just like a force, like
I know,
something, and I would make things happen, and I would make people do things in that same moment. It's not something that you're like, oh, I'm predict that person's gonna do this. No, like, it was something that I would think about so hard, and think about it, really think about it, and look at the person, and then that would person do it, and they'll snap out of it. It was funny too, because it was strangers. It was one time we were at a gas station. It was my mom, my dad. My dad got off, and it was me and some of my siblings in the van. We had a minivan. And I would just look outside. I'm always aware of my surroundings. I'm always looking around me. I'm an observer, so I observe everything around me. So I kept looking, and there was like some guys outside, and they were putting gas in their car, drinking their soda. And then I remember like looking at one of them specifically. And in my mind, I was like, you're gonna come open the door, and you're gonna try to do something, or I wasn't thinking anything malicious. I wasn't thinking like, you're gonna come and like start beating us up. No, I was just like, you're gonna come and open the door on my mom's side, and we're gonna get scared, and then something's gonna happen. And I really was thinking about it a lot, so much that I was like, let me get myself a weapon. I would always get pens. I'm always like, I'm gonna go straight for the neck.
Pens and pencils.
So I got a pen. And then in that moment, I was like, Mom, can you lock the doors? And then she was like, for what? Like, we're waiting for your daddy. He's going to put gas. And he was inside, paying and, I don't know, getting us snacks. And I was just like, just lock them, please. So she locked them. So she's like, okay. She locked them. And then that guy, once she locked it, the guy was walking this way, and he tried to open my mom's door.
Dang.
He went, and then once he tried, and I got scared, my mom looked at him, and my siblings were like, who's that? Like, who's that trying to open the door? That's not Dad.
Long lost relative? What does he want? Money?
I don't know. And once he tried to open it, he saw us, and he was just like, I'm so sorry. I don't even know how I got over here. I didn't try. Like, I don't mean anything. I don't want to scare you guys. Like, I don't do this stuff. Like, my car's over there. And then, like, he was all nervous and scared and, like, freaked out. And he just left. He was like, I'm so sorry. And he left. Like, that's... It's so funny, like, I don't want to say I had that. I don't want to say that I made him, but at the same time, like, I believe I did. I don't know if I did. I don't know if people are probably, like, watching it like, you didn't do that. That was already happening or something. No. No, but it's just my experience. I'm just sharing what I went through and what I think I did. I'm just telling it how it happened, and it happened, and that's it. Like, that kind of thing is what I'm talking about, that I was able to do. And it wasn't just one time, it was several times with different things. And I don't know if anybody else has gone through that, or if anybody else feels like they can do that, or they've done it, or their family members, or they've heard stories like that. Like, I want to know. Like, I'm interested.
Hell yeah, me too. I like hearing stories like that. Stories like force, ghost, whatever it is. Like, I'm always like, oh my god, what else happened? For real? Even though I haven't gone through many experiences like that, I enjoy watching, listening stories about it. So get in touch with us. Drop a little comment down below. Be like, hey, yo, this one time I was motherfucking throwing the trash out, and this fucking thing just started chasing me, and I don't know, something like that.
Something. Or something that scared you, and then at the end you thought, I wasn't that scared, or nothing happened. But what I like to talk about is that as it was happening, what you felt. That's the interesting part about it. Like, tell me, like, no, this was happening, and I got scared, and this, and I went this way, and I saw something else, or whatever it is. Like it's what you're going through in that moment, and you got scared. Like you got scared. In the end, I don't care if it was a raccoon, like you mentioned earlier, or if it was something else, or someone doing something to you intentionally, or whatever it was. But I just like to know what you felt in that moment. Like that's what it's about, because you live in the moment. You're going through those emotions. You went through them. So that's what's interesting to me.
Oh yeah, and a cool story too. So if it's not cool, don't comment. No, I'm just like, but anyways, yeah, just drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscription too. But drop a. You get it. You get it.
Drop something.
Drop something, bro.
Not
Anything.
your child or your grandma, your grandpa. Don't.
But anyways, that's it for us. Hope you guys liked the video. Oh, it doesn't do that? I thought we were just like a freeze out.
No. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.